Over the course of history, which is a really, really, really long time, one group has suffered more oppression, more unfairness, more brutality than any other. No, not bold people. Kids! Nickelodeon heard your cries for freedom and answered, claiming a piece of the planet Earth in the name of kids everywhere. Nick Studios, Florida, the first world kids headquarters.
Greetings, nickel idiots. The adults who find fun unbearably lonesome will see to it that your little repulsive studios will never open, won't we? Just wait!
Anyway, like I was saying, just sit back, hide the remote control, and take a look at the new place where you belong. Live from Orlando, Florida, it's the amazing 3-hour Nickelodeon Studios opening day celebration. Here is Mark Summers.
Welcome to the Nick Studios, ladies and gentlemen. We are live. First time in 11 years we're doing a live broadcast on Nickelodeon. And it means we are coming to you from our new home right here in Orlando, Florida. These are your studios where you can come to watch Nick being made, and you can audition to be on a Nick show. In this show, you're going to see exactly what your new headquarters are like, and all the stuff you can do when you're down here, and believe me, it's great stuff.
On the Lord of Nick, on the Lord of Nick, on the Ricky Ticky Low, while living #1 Nickelodeon. Aren't you glad you got your Nickelodeon?
Is your home a Nickelodeon home?
What's up, everybody? This is Stephen here from 2000 WX Network, and today is, well, June 28th, but originally I was gonna do this video presentation on June 7th, but due to circumstances beyond our control, we had to delay it for obvious reasons. But it's better to do it this month than late than better than ever. But what I'm going to talk about in this video presentation is Nickelodeon Studios' 25th anniversary. Because on June 7th, 1990 is when that fabulous Nickelodeon Studios opened to the public, where the kids can have fun there, they can audition to be on game shows, and all kinds of fun stuff and all kinds of awesome shows were aired there. And I'm going to tell you, I have very fond childhood memories of it. And thus, for Nickelodeon Studios' 25th anniversary, we just did an awesome project I was about to show you just in about a few seconds, alright? So when I open this door, I'm going to show you this awesome project. It is dedicated to Nickelodeon Studios. Alright, you ready, kids? In 3, 2, 1.
Wait.
What, Gibby? I'm trying to show a project here.
Yeah, but then don't you want to, like, to explain a little bit about it first? You know, tell them what we're doing instead of just here it is?
Well,
You know, talk about some shows like Wild Thornberries and the Rugrats, all the cool things we watched back in.
Good point. We gotta show kids today how good details of how things were awesome back then. Alright, so Gibby is right here, ladies and germs. So what kind of shows we're gonna talk about?
Oh, I don't know, something like
Yeah, like
Invader Zim. We used to be on there.
Invader Zim, Figure It Out, Legends of the Hidden Temple, all that. Figure.
Then Double Dare 2000.
Double Dare series, that's a good one. And Nick Arcade, that's a big deal. Yeah, I mean, all kinds of good cartoons and all kinds of good shows that aired back then. How awesome Nickelodeon channel was back then. How it was all about fun. So without further ado, how about he and I can talk about how awesome it was, what our memories are, while I show you the clips of the good game shows, and I really recommend you watching them. Alright, so without further ado, let's do this. Okay, let's talk about what kind of Nickelodeon shows that we used to watch back then. So first, we're going to talk about the game shows. What do you think, Gibby? Should we talk about the game shows?
Oh, yeah. Well, what, Double Dare 2000?
And Double Dare 2000? Okay, we'll start with that. Or actually, let's start with Double Dare, the very first original Double Dare.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about the regular Double Dare.
Yeah, okay. Double Dare stars Mark Summers as a host, and he's also the host when of Nickelodeon Studios opening, as you saw in the beginning of this presentation. Do you remember the first 3 words he said when the show was about to start?
Oh, I can't think of it.
It's on your mark, get set, go. Yeah, and then that's when they played that. Sometimes there's a family Double Dare, and that's where the contestants play. First, whoever wins gets first round bonus money, and then within the rounds they have to ask and answer questions, answer pop quiz questions, and then see either they can answer the question or they can try to dare the team. And then they try to dare the team, and the other team can double dare back. And if they double dare, and if you get a question right, it doubles up the money increases. And or you could do that, or you could take a physical challenge. You know, and that's where we all see all the wacky fun stuff, all the messy stuff. I mean, that's what's making this interesting, you know. And if you win, you get the money. If you lose, the other team gets the money. That's what makes it also interesting, don't you think? Okay. And then after the 2 rounds of pop quizzing and a physical challenge, then whoever has the most money at the end of the game gets to do the bonus round, which is the obstacle course. You remember the obstacle course?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, there are 8 obstacle courses, and in the 8 obstacle courses, you got to, and of course they're messy too, they got to find a flag in order to proceed. And each flag won, they won from the basic prize to a major prize. Like from a simple basketball, you could say simple basketball to a vacation getaway. Yeah, don't you think that's awesome?
I think that's pretty awesome. I miss that show.
Yeah, I mean, it excites me a lot. I mean, me and my Uncle Chris, who I grew up with, I mean, we watched Nickelodeon live. And, well, sorry to get carried away. Anyway, in Double Dare, it's a pretty interesting game show. I really suggest you check this out on YouTube, whatever video website you can find it on. And I'm telling you, it's pretty fun. Okay, now we can tell you about Double Dare 2000. I remember Double Dare 2000, like, basically somewhere in the year 2000, whenever I get home from school, I always go to the television, try to find Double Dare 2000 to watch. Yeah. Do you think you have something to say about Double Dare 2000?
Oh yeah, I love watching it. I love all the crazy, stupid antics that they had and all that. I remember thinking, oh man, if I could just, I just wanted to run around on the obstacles. I didn't care if I won. Yeah. Obstacle courses are all about fun. I mean, Double Dare 2000 is basically the same thing, but with newer stuff and with different hosts. But anyway, yeah, Double Dare 2000 I will also recommend to you. It's basically the same thing as Double Dare, Super Sloppy Double Dare, but it's in the year 2000. But the only difference in that show is sometimes the teams are offered Triple Dare challenge with a clue. You remember that? Yeah, I do remember something.
Yeah, if they win the Double Dare challenge, they can win a major prize. and if they lose, then the major prize goes to the other team. And that what makes the competition more interesting. And also same thing in the end, 8 obstacle courses, and from a basic to a major prize, from basketball to a getaway. Okay, so I really recommend you check it out, Double Dare series. Okay, and now the next game show I'm going to talk about, I would say Figure It Out. Remember Figure It Out, Gibby?
No, I never really watched that one a whole lot.
Oh, never a whole lot? Yeah, I know it's based upon how much television you watch back in the days. Okay, well, I'll tell you my experiences then. Figure It Out is also very amusing game show. It's all where all the wacky stuff is also involved, Messi's all involved. Sometimes it as stars from All That and guest appearances from other games or shows, be starring in the panelists. In this game show, it stars Summer Sanders as a host, who is currently now an athlete nowadays. In this show, the contestant has a secret message or sentence, and it's up to the panelists to figure out. That's why it's called Figure It Out, to figure out the secret message. And after 3 rounds, if a panelist gets stumped, the contestant wins for a minor prize or a major prize. If panelists do figure it out, then the contestant gets a prize as how much he or she have made so far. And in the sentence, it shows what talents the kids have. Like I remember, I remember one kid who was very skilled at a crane game. I remember that. I mean, all kinds of good talents. I mean, I really say to check that show out. What kind of good talents the kids have, and I mean, and also, there's also very funny parts of. There's also a secret slime action involved. Like, whatever you do, like, the panelists don't know what it is. Whatever the secret slime action they do, either you rub your nose, or you scratch your hair, or anything that the secret slime action is made, the panelists get slimed by the slime spewer. I mean, it's very amusing, and I would also tell you to watch how Danny Tamborelli from All That, he begs for slime. He's very famous for flinging his slimy hair into the crowd, into the kids. It's pretty fun how they get slimed and all that stuff. I mean, it's what makes Nickelodeon great, It's basically all slime fun and messy fun, all that. I mean, I really should tell you to find the episodes and figure it out on YouTube and all that stuff. Okay, the next game show I'm going to talk to you about is Nick Arcade. Do you remember Nick Arcade, Gibby?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, Nick Arcade. Yeah. In Nick Arcade, it's all about video games.
Yeah, that's right. It's like an arcade, basically like a big arcade place.
Yes, so all the video games are involved, and I mean, it's really interesting. It's about all the video games of the 1990s, and especially the video games I grew up with in the 1990s and early 2000s, which include Super Nintendo, Sega Genesis, Nintendo 64, and that's what we grew up on. In Nick Arcade, it stars Phil Moore as the host. And also, if you haven't heard recently, Phil Moore is going to make a spiritual successor to Nick Arcade called Nth Level. It's a virtual reality-based video game show. I mean, it's going to be very interesting. So, I mean, check this clips out on YouTube about it. Well, anyway, in Nick Arcade, there are 2 teams: the red team and the yellow team. In the first beginning of the game, there's a face-off. Whoever wins gets 25 points, and they had to. And on the game, they had to move Mikey. You remember Mikey? They had to move Mikey, and you had to avoid enemies and whatever you land on, how you get pop quizzes, video game competition, and all that stuff. And there's a prize and pop quizzes, and you know what I'm talking about. Let's see. If you land on pop quiz, you got to answer the question. If you land on a prize, I believe you get a prize if you answer the question correctly. If you land on a video challenge, you get to pick a video game of your choice, or 5 video games of your choice. And you have to face the Wizard's challenge, like how many points and what goals to beat in a video game. And the other player who can wager how much points they can win or lose if they win or lose a game. And then you control Mikey until you get to the goal, and after a couple rounds, whoever has the most points gets to be in the video zone to pass 2 levels, and the third and final level you face a game day wizard. Do you remember the 3 names? No. The 3 names are Murloc, Scoreshot, and Mongo. Those are the 3 names. And if you beat the wizard, you get, from level 1 to level 3, from a minor prize to a major prize. Like I said, from a basketball to a major getaway, vacation getaway. It's really interesting game show. That's one of my favorites. I suggest you check that show out. If you're a video game lover, I suggest you check that show out, especially on YouTube. Alright? So now, the next game show I'm going to talk to you about is Get the Picture. You remember Get the Picture? With Michael Malley? Yeah, it stars Michael Malley as the game show host. Let's see. In that game, there's the red team and the yellow team too. They have to answer questions to reveal the picture piece by piece until they make an actual guess what the picture is. Am I right? Yes. And there is it's kind of like I would say, what do you call it in Jeopardy?
It's almost like a trivia type thing, but it's not really trivia questions. It's kind of almost like common sense questions. Thanks for kids,
Yeah, and there's a thing called Power Surge, and try to get more points. Yeah, it's called Power Surge. It's cool. It can be very surprising sometimes. In Power Surge, you gotta do a little challenge or something like that, and you get more points. And in the end of the round, you get to the bonus round. Michael Malley asks or describes, there's different 9 pictures, and Michael Malley describes a picture, and you gotta guess which one it is. Let's just say there's a grasshopper, and in number 1, and Michael Malley describes a grasshopper without telling what it was.
His long legs.
Long legs, and it can jump far distances, and it chirps, and they press number 1. That's the correct answer. Number 1, yeah. You know what I'm saying. Okay. Okay. Get the Picture is a pretty good game show, and it helps train your brain to memorize. Okay. Get the Picture is a good game show. I really tell you to watch it. It's pretty good. And now, the next game show I really liked is Nickelodeon Guts. You remember that?
Oh yeah, I wasn't too crazy about that one.
Oh yeah. Okay, and Nickelodeon Guts also stars Michael Malley as a host. In Nickelodeon Guts, and it's sometimes called Global Guts, there's 2 differences. In Nickelodeon Guts is basically 3 kids from U.S. competing in sports. It's kind of like Olympics, right? Yeah, it's kind of like Olympics. It's kind of like Olympics. They play sports challenges, and in first place, from first to third, gets more points. And whoever has the most points at the end of the game wins the gold medal and the piece of the aggro crag. The trophy, that glowing trophy. You remember that? Yeah. In Global Guts, that's 3 kids from 3 different countries get to do the same thing. In the final round, they climb up called the Mega Crag. It's a big rocky mountain with different types of challenging obstacles. And whoever gets to the top first gets more points than the others. I mean, it's really interesting. If you're into sports, Olympics is all that, I really suggest you really check out Nickelodeon Guts. I mean, it trains, it tells kids how to get active in sports and all that stuff. I mean, it's a really cool game, Alright, so check that game out on YouTube. And now for the next game show I'm going to talk to you about is my personal favorite, Legends of the Hidden Temple. Do you remember that, Gibby?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, yeah. Legends of the Hidden Temple was my top-notch favorite game show of all time. And Legends of the Hidden Temple stars Kirk Fogg as the host, and excuse me, D. Bradley Baker as the voice of Olmec the Stonehead, and the co-announcer when he was announcing prizes. In this game show, it's like a good Mayan, Indiana Jones theme. Yeah,
kind of like back in the olden days, like cowboy.
No, not
cowboy.
No, not cowboy. Like back in the Aztecs time. Yeah, the Mayans, Aztecs, and all that, like in South America. But anyway, in the first beginning of the show, there are 6 teams, right? And I remember the names. There are the Red Jaguars, the Blue Barracudas, the Green Monkeys, the Orange Iguanas, the Purple Parrots, and the Silver Snakes. Yes, those are the 6 teams. Okay, they do the first challenge, and the first 4 teams that hit the gongs at the end will go on to the next round. In round 2, there's called the Steps of Knowledge. They have to, before they have the Steps of Knowledge, like in each show, or in each episode, there's different architect item. Yeah, in each different item, from architect times, or in archaeology and all that stuff over the past, like an old gemstone, an old map, and all that stuff, like old treasure. And Olmec tells a story about the treasure, and it's stored in a temple for the player to get. He tells a story, and then he asks questions based upon the story. And the first 2 teams get to the bottom will go to the temple games to earn Pendants of Life. The Pendants of Life it helps protect them from the dreaded temple guards in the temple. Okay, they do the 3 temple games. The first 2 are 2 halves of Pendants of Life, and the third one's a full pendant. And whoever has the most gets to go in the temple. If it's a tie, they answer 1 quick question. And if a team gets 1 1/2, the other half stored hidden in the temple somewhere. And then now in the final challenge, let's see. In the final challenge, they go run into the temple, get through different types of rooms with its challenges. And do you remember the most memorable room of all? And how he pronounced it? Here it is. The Shrine of the Silver. The Shrine of the Silver Monkey. Yeah, that is the very challenge most players have difficulty getting. I mean, it's just 3 dang pieces, but I understand they're kids and they're still, building up skills, And if they go in the temple, they receive a basic prize. If they get to the item, all the doors will instantly unlock, and all temple guards will vanish. And whenever the player encounters a temple guard, they use a pendant of light to go on. If they're caught without it, they'd be taken out of the temple. It'll be the second player's turn to run. And if they get the item, they get the second prize. If they get out of the temple in under 3 minutes, they receive a major prize, like I said, a vacation getaway. All right. I mean, that game show is very top-notch awesome. I mean, I always wanted to watch this. I mean, basically in early 2000s, whenever I visit my grandmother's place, the first channel I go to Nickelodeon Gas. You remember Nickelodeon Gas? Yeah, it stands for Games and Sports. That's what it meant. That's the channel I always aim for. And watch for any Legends of the Hidden Temple. And heck, even when I was still a kid back in the days, I like to imitate myself being in the temple, and all that stuff. I mean, it was that fun. I really should tell you to really watch the show, especially on YouTube. I mean, it's very awesome. You're gonna love it. I mean, I hope you do. I mean, it's a very top-notch game show. Alright, I suggest you check it out, and let's see what other game shows we can remember we watched. Let's see.
Oh, I can't think of many game shows. I can think of a lot of TV shows, though.
Yeah, enough of the game shows. Let's talk about the good live-action funny shows. Let's do first with All That.
Oh, God, yeah.
All That. That was very top-notch funny.
All That and,
there's Keenan and Kel. Keenan and Kel. There's The Amanda Show. Let's see. Keenan and Kel, Amanda Show, All That. Carlissa Explains It All. That, and what else would you remember? Let's see. Well, before I try to remember, let's talk about All That first. Okay, in All That, basic stars are Danny Chamberelli, Kenan Thompson, Kel Mitchell, Amanda Bynes, not Josh Peck, but in All That, there's different kinds of sketch comedies. And Lori Beth in there too, yeah. There's different kinds of awesome sketch comedies. Let's see. I remember one with Kenan being a Frenchman in a tub. You remember that?
Yep.
He speaks French and speaks English what it means. It goes, oh. That's funny. Yeah, I mean, in All That, there's basic.
There's the two rednecks.
Oh, the two. Wait, the two hillbillies?
Yeah, the two hillbillies.
Actually, that's the Amanda Show.
Oh, well, sorry.
It's okay. That's all right.
Isn't Amanda in both of them?
Yeah.
All right,
And All That,
and
and the Amanda Show. Okay. In All That, it's loaded with basic, good sketch comedies in there. I mean, it's really top funny. I mean, I really should check it out. Okay. So the next the other show we're talking about is the Amanda Show. It stars Amanda Bynes as the main host, and it stars sometimes Josh Peck, and sometimes Drake Bell, from Drake and Josh Peck from Drake and Josh. It's also pretty funny. Let's see. Oh yeah, the two hillbillies are talking about. They do. Yep. The hillbilly joke. Yeah, I remember. Knock knock. Who's there? Chair. Chair who? I'm gonna knock your head with a chair. Huh? Yeah, whatever item she says, I'm gonna hit your head with, and hit straight with it. And that's a good one. And there's another good Amanda Show sketch comedy called Judge Trudy, right? Yeah, and it's so funny that the plaintiffs or defendants, the kid defendants are always winning, and the plaintiffs make a complaint, and then Judge Trudy makes a funny sentences in the cases, and then what did she do last? If you remember,
she makes whatever sentence or whatever.
Yeah, she makes the sentences in each funny case. bring out the dancing lobsters. Yeah, the dancing lobsters. Everybody dances in the courtroom and all that. Dancing lobsters. Okay. I mean, Amanda Show is pretty funny. Like, they show a sketch comedy, and sometimes they show back in the studio, and there's a crazy #1 fan of Amanda. Yeah, and she made her own website called AmandaPlease.com. AmandaPlease.com. Yep. Yeah, and, okay. I mean, she's a crazy #1 fan, and, I mean, Amanda Show is basically...
She sneaks into all these different places.
Yeah, she does. She does whatever it takes to try to meet...
like a sock or a gum wrapper that she touched.
Yeah, try to meet Amanda.
Yep.
I mean, Amanda Show is pretty funny, too. I mean, that's good sketch comedies. Oh, and there's another one I just remembered. You remember the video game? Or not video game. The video store is called Block Blisters, right?
No, I don't remember that.
Well, it's based on Blockbusters. It's Block Blisters, and it stars Drake, Amanda, and the other dude in there. They make people rent their own videos instead of the actual movies. Like even mess up a title based upon the movie, and and a customer in there complains about it, and they play the tape. It was actually them. The store cashiers doing their own tapes, and they say, it's better, much better. Like they're from the foreign country. Isn't that funny? I mean, Amanda Show is plenty funny. I mean, I suggest you check out that show out and all that. I mean, all that and Amanda Show, they're pretty funny. Funny as hell. Okay, and the other live show we're going to talk to you about is Kenan and Kel. I mean, I know you're not too big on Kenan and Kel, right?
I like them.
Oh, you like them? You do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. In Kenan and Kel, it stars Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell. I mean, they are top-notch hilarious. I mean...
Yeah, they just... Yeah.
I mean,
all
it's
the
like...
stupid stuff and the
Yes,
funny things they
yeah,
do to
they
each
act...
other and everybody else.
Yeah, getting funny, bad situations after bad situations, but in a funny way. I mean, unlike teen sitcoms we have today, it's all about teen drama. But, I mean, in a more dramatized way, but Kenan and Kel did it in a more funny way. I mean, more appropriately.
They had drama,
but a more appropriate way. Make it more funny than total.
Instead of like, oh, it's so sad.
It's so sad, yes. And Kenan and Kel always wound up in a messy situations, and I love Kel how he acts all goofy.
Yeah, goofy and like.
And Kenan is like, why? Yeah. As of now, Kel Mitchell is just doing his own things, and Kenan is, I remember what I've heard of recently, he likes to be on Saturday Night Live, Kenan Thompson. Yeah, he does all that. Okay, and, let's see. I mean, it's really, really, really funny. I mean, in my opinion, more funny than Drake and Josh, I believe.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I mean, Drake and Josh is alright, but Kenan and Kel know how to do things around here. I mean, Kenan and Kel is like a very top funny team sitcom I would recommend to you. Okay, and now the other show I remember watching is Salute Your Shorts. You don't remember that?
Nope.
In Salute Your Shorts, about all the campground and all the kids in the campground doing odd stuff and all that stuff. I mean, I can't really remember detailed. I don't have detailed memories about it, but I know basic memories about it. They had a pretty good song in there.
I don't think it was on for very long.
Yeah, it's been very odd, but it's a very good show to watch too. Okay, the next show I would tell you is let's.
I'm an animated expert. Well, I wouldn't say expert, but That's what I used to watch.
Oh, the cartoons.
Yes.
Oh yeah, cartoons are cool. Okay, let's see. What are? Oh yeah, I just remember another live show. It's called "Are You Afraid of the Dark?" You remember that one?
Vaguely. I don't think I watched it often, but I do remember it.
Oh yes. In "Are You Afraid of the Dark" is about the kids in the group called the Midnight Society. They are around the campfire telling scary stories, and while they're telling a scary story, there comes a live part action of the scary story. You know, campfire stories and all that stuff. I mean, yeah, like I remember one episode about when they built a swimming pool over the cemetery, and there's this gooey zombie dude or ghost dude like to get people for burying over his grave. Yeah, I remember that episode. I mean, yeah, they are scary, but not like rated R scary, you know. Yeah, that's what Are You Afraid of the Dark is all about. It's about the kids killing, camp, scary stories, all that stuff. Alright, so I believe that's enough about the live action shows. And now we get to the cartoons. Alright. The first one that came to my mind is Ren and Stimpy.
Yes, Ren and Stimpy.
Yes, Ren and Stimpy.
Not the greatest artwork, but very, very,
Funny.
yes.
Funny and all that stuff.
Funny and kind of, very strange sometimes, but
Yeah, stars Ren, the Chihuahua, and Stimpy the cat.
yeah.
Yeah, and of course there's a lot of, I would say, odd jokes.
Yeah, very, very, you didn't catch him as a kid, you just laughed at him, but
Yes.
you watch him as an adult.
Yeah, all the, funny, odd humors in there. And there's butt jokes in there, and
Yeah, fart jokes.
fart jokes. I mean, they don't use it, like, very frequently. No.
No, it's not really all that disgusting or anything. But
No. And as a matter of fact, let's see. Yeah, I specifically remember one episode they did a Happy Happy Joy Joy song.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, with Ren's Happy Helmets. They did all the dance and all that stuff. It was pretty cool. Anyway, yeah, Ren and Stimpy is one of the good cartoons I would tell you to check it out, especially on YouTube and especially on DVDs. Okay, the next cartoon that came to mind is Rocko's Modern Life.
Oh yeah, Rocko's Modern Life.
Rocko's Modern Life, yeah.
Poor guy.
Yes. It's about Rocco, the small kangaroo, who lives, of course, in the suburbs, having the modern life, you know, getting into odd situations and all that stuff.
Yeah, very strange.
Very strange jokes, and there are even some inappropriate jokes in there, hidden in there.
Oh yeah, a lot of shows do that, and you don't really like.
Yeah, we
said,
didn't.
as a
We
kid,
kids, we didn't really catch it or understood.
you don't really get it. But
And like, there's one episode. It's called when they go to the carnival. There is a sign next to the elevator ride. It says "Elevator to Hell." I mean, it really said that.
oh yes, I remember
Elevator
saying
to
that.
Hell. Yeah. It's all about fire, and of course we see so-called Satan coming out, about to come out, but the owner tells him to stay in there and all that. It did. I mean, I'm very serious. It says "Elevator to Hell." That's what it says. Really showing. And there is a doctor's door office, I would say. It says Dr. Bendova.
Oh yeah.
Dr. Bendova, but it's spelled differently, but same pronunciation, Dr. Bendover. Bend over.
Yep.
And when Rocco's friend shows a business card, like, there's 3 words, all capitalized beginning, and there's the A word and the S word and the other S word, and it says ass. Yes, I mean, there's, there's a lot
A
of,
lot of hidden adult jokes in there, so
Yes.
the parents would enjoy watching it too.
yes, as for kids and adults to enjoy. Okay, yeah, Rocco's Modern Life is kind of odd, but enjoyable. And now, okay, now the next cartoon that came to mind is the Rugrats.
Yes, Rugrats.
Yeah, Rugrats all about babies also getting into odd situations.
Yeah, it's like based on imagination. It's what the babies get into is all these crazy adventures, and it's all just them thinking it up.
Yeah.
They'll have cutscenes where it comes back in, where somebody will walk in, and then it comes back into their playpen or the sandbox.
Yeah, like nothing happened.
Yep.
In the Rugrats movie, yeah, that's where the big scenario comes in. They rode in a Reptar wagon off to middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and the Reptar wagon can fly.
Yeah, or actually it doesn't fly, it floats.
Oh, it did a little bit of everything.
Everything, yes. But it's a cool Reptar wagon made by Tommy's father, still. I mean, Rugrats is funny about babies and all that stuff. Yeah, they get in odd situations and nothing seems to happen. And I did spot one kind of adult joke of...
Oh, there are a lot of them in there, too.
Yeah, too, yes. But they don't really show. But there's one...
They're not really, really all that dirty or anything. They're just kind of, quick hints.
Yeah, but there's one part... let's see. Like, there's one part... Still's dad, Pop, who sleeps a lot. Mm-hmm. He shows, there's Grandpa gives him the shows to watch before they go to bed, and he shows he said my personal says Space Vixens with a sexy space ladies, and he's like, that's for
watching a porno.
yeah, but he said, but that's after you go to bed. That's what he said to them. That's for after you go to bed. Yeah, even most friendly kid shows can have hidden adult jokes in there. Mm-hmm. Yes, they can. But Rugrats is pretty appropriate enough for kids to see. I mean, they wouldn't catch it because they don't know it yet. But okay, so enough about Rugrats. The next cartoon that came to mind is the Wild Thornberrys.
Yep, that's what I was thinking too.
Yeah, the Wild Thornberrys. It's made by the same guys who did Rugrats. The same animation, Klasky Csupo. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The Wild Thornberrys go on wild adventures in the wild and doing all the safari and all that stuff.
Yep, they live in an RV and they travel to. I'm not even sure where it is. They go everywhere.
Oh yeah. And there's one girl who can talk to animals because of the power she has. And she can talk to animals, especially her pet monkey she has, and the wild crazy kid they have with them.
Yep.
Acts like a wild boy.
Yep, Darwin the monkey and I can't think of his name.
Yeah. Donnie. Yeah.
That's it, Donnie.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty interesting to watch. And there is one crossover film of the Rugrats and Wild Thornberrys.
Oh yeah, there is. I remember that.
I think it's called The Wild Rugrats or...
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I suggest you check that show out and check out the film The Wild Rugrats. It's about the crossover of the Wild Thornberrys and the Rugrats because it's made by the same animation. Mm-hmm. Okay, the next cartoon we're going to talk about is Invader Zim. Oh, Invader Zim, yes. It's about Invader Zim and his little companion, Gur.
The little robot.
The little robot disguised himself as a dog.
Everybody loves Gur.
Yeah, acting like a goofy robot. Zim's basic mission is to take over the world. Am I right?
Yep. That's something you could watch at 8 years old, 5 years old, and 80 years old. That's true. Well, maybe not 80 years old, but...
Yeah. Okay. Let's see. In Invader Zim, he disguises himself as a human with the pair of eyes he puts on over his eyes and goes to school. But and of course, everybody in the show acts like sadistic or like an idiot society.
Yeah, it's very, very odd, but at the same time, it makes very good points.
Good points. Yeah, and the only person who is on Zim, his name is let's see, what's his name? We'll talk about the kid. The kid, he gets onto Zim a lot and does whatever it takes to try to stop Zim from, taking over the world and get into situations, all that stuff.
Dib.
That's it. Dib. That's it. His name is Dib. Yeah, he has a lightning hairdo, and he's into science like his father, and has a little bossy sis, I guess, or just easily annoyed sis.
She's she's
yeah.
She's not really mean, but she's not very nice.
No, she's not very nice. No, but yeah, whatever Dib tries to do, and sis think it's stupid for him to all do all that stuff, and of course there's lots of gross stuff in there. Gross stuff and alien stuff and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's still plentiful to watch. I mean, I liked it when I was a kid. Yeah, Invader Zim is about Zim trying to take over the world, and
keeps getting foiled, of course.
he keeps getting foiled a
He'll
lot.
get so close, and then something at the last minute.
Yes. Yeah, but it's a good cartoon. I suggest you to watch. And as a matter of fact, it did cancel a Nickelodeon show, but it is rerunning again. It's back in production as comics now.
Oh, really?
Oh, yes.
I know you said something about it.
Yeah. I'm really glad it's still continuing Invader Zim just in comics. I mean, it's better than nothing.
Yeah, it's better than nothing.
Yeah. Okay. And now, the next cartoon we're going to talk about, let's see. We did Rocko's Modern Life. We did Ren and Stimpy, Wild Thornberrys, Rugrats, Invader Zim. Let's see. What other cartoon should we talk about? Oh, there's a good one. The Angry Beavers.
Oh, the Angry Beavers.
Yeah, the Angry Beavers. Yeah, I remember that. It stars the Brown Beaver is voiced by the same person who did Invader Zim.
Oh, really?
Yep. Yeah, it's about the beavers living in the wild, and of course sometimes they get into situations and all that. Sometimes they like to make up their own situations. Either it's in the wild or in the suburb area.
Captivity, yeah.
Yeah, all that stuff. I mean, it's pretty good cartoons about beavers, It's pretty funny. Sometimes, and sometimes a little funny humor, odd humors in there too.
Yeah, there's a few sexual endos.
So yeah, sometimes. And sometimes it happens, Rocko's Modern Life or Ren and Stimpy. Sometimes. Yeah. Okay, the other show, let's see, what other cartoon show can we talk about? Oh, here's a good one. Real Monsters.
Oh, the Real Monsters.
The Monsters, yeah, also made by the same guys who did the Thornberrys and the Rugrats.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the same animation.
Yes, sure.
Okay, it's all about monsters, Yeah,
creepy things that go bump in the night.
yeah. They let it come out of the toilet, they come out of the closet, and even the intro is creepy.
Yeah, the intro is weird.
But when I was a kid, I wasn't creeped out. I was fascinated by it.
I thought it was
Yeah. Yeah, even the title is creepy. And it ends with a Yeah. Scary stuff. I mean, it's pretty fun. Yeah, it's all about monsters. They like to scare people. I mean, I think that's their basic mission and all that stuff. Okay. And it's a good cartoon. I'll also tell you to check out. Okay, the next show... Let's see. The next two cartoon shows I remember for early 2000s. Yeah, there are two of them from early 2000s. I remember Danny Phantom. You remember that?
Yep.
Yeah, Danny Phantom's about... It started airing in the early 2000s. I mean, that's when Nickelodeon is still good. In that show, it's about a teenager named Danny Fenton gets ghost powers by the ghost portal because his parents are into ghost hunting and all that tech stuff. He gets ghost powers. He can turn to a ghost to defeat enemy ghosts to get him back to the ghost zone.
And as the show goes on, you get stronger and more power.
Yes, and there is a series finale film called Phantom Planet. That's what it's all about. Both got the Ghost Boy and all that stuff. Okay. Okay, as we're saying, let's see. Danny Phantom gets stronger in each episode, facing different enemy ghosts. But it's pretty good and interesting. And the last good cartoon in early 2000s I definitely liked is My Life as a Teenage Robot. Do you remember that?
Yes. Jenny 5.
Jenny XJ9.
Extra.
XJ9. Jenny 5. Yeah, there are 8 more prototypes. Yes. Yeah, she made 8 prototypes and finally get a nice one. Perfect. Okay. In the show, it's about a robot named Jenny Wakeman, XJ9. That's a robot named XJ9, as the creator, Nora Wakeman, calls her.
She's a scientist.
Yeah, she is a scientist, astrologist, cosmologist, all that kind of scientist. Let's see. And there's 2 other main characters named Tuck and Brad and Sheldon.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's more than 2 then.
Yeah, more than 2, yes. Yeah. Basically, she has all kinds of technical gizmos that built in her, you know.
Yeah, she's a robot, so it's like pretty much anything you can think of. Fire hose,
sig saws, and all kinds of weapons.
Yep.
Used
lasers, rockets.
Yeah, used to save the day and the world from any
Stendo
danger.
arms, stendo fingers.
Yep, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's a cool robot, and it also acting like a teenager too.
Of course.
Yeah, she is a teenage robot. Okay. Yeah, she.
Robot trying to fit in like a.
Yeah, try like a teenager, and of course there are some enemies at school, like the
Popular twins.
popular crusts.
Yeah, Crush cousins.
Yeah, and as a matter of fact, Brit Crust is voiced by the same person who did the referee on Nickelodeon Guts. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
No, you did not know that, huh? Huh. Well, it's pretty interesting. Well, basically, that show is also canceled, but there is going to be My Life's Teenage Robot reboots, and it's fan-made.
Oh.
Yeah, and it's asking for volunteers and try to make a fan-made final seasons of the show it deserves. I mean, it's that awesome.
Yeah, and just kind of stopped.
Yeah, I mean, it's just sad to me that a lot of good shows are stopped and abandoned by their networks. I mean, it leaves the fans hanging.
Yeah, especially good ones.
Yeah, especially good ones. Okay, and yeah, basically, and one of the top enemies in the show is Queen Vexus from Cluster Prime. Try to, like in Cluster Prime, their goal is to enslave humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to enslave humanity.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, to enslave humanity. Queen Vexus, and some mad scientists out there. I mean, all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's a pretty good show, and I like the animation, and I mean, it's pretty good stuff. I mean, I should suggest you check out these cartoons. Okay, of all the cartoons and shows we talked to you about, I would suggest, really tell you to check them all out and see for yourself and make your opinion about it and see what you'd like to say.
Oh, wow.
Do that. Please come behind the yellow bar back there. Go all the way down. You'll still get a chance to see what they have going on.
Rock, are you around?
All right, kids, if you want to get a closer look, you can sit on the dark gray carpet up front. As long as you don't sit on the ledge or touch the glass, you'll be fine. They cost extra, but it's well worth it. Make sure you can still see the videos, though. Your monitors overhead, but I have a few things to show you there as well. All right, if you're just coming in the door, you may want to fill in this middle row. You may want to fill in the middle row if you're just coming in the door. Also, kids, you can sit on the dark gray carpet up front if you want to. We don't mind. Hello, everybody. My name's Paul. I'd like to welcome you to the Kids World headquarters here at Nickelodeon Studios. Now, while we're upstairs, there's just 2 guidelines to ask that you follow. Please no fly.
You want to hit back? You're too big, huh? All right, let me set this down here. Guys, just do me a favor, don't put your fingers in there. All right, my name is Seth, and I am the gag monster, as Perkins told you, which basically means I have the coolest job at Nickelodeon because I am responsible for all the messes. Now, y'all know what the green stuff is, right?
Yeah.
What is it? What is it?
Slime!
I can't hear you! That put Nickelodeon on the map to begin with, and it does keep us pretty darn popular with all of you guys. Green slime also comes directly from that green slime geyser that you passed. I'm sorry, that you passed out front. Did y'all see that erupt and gush all over? Great. For you adults standing toward the back, take a look up at your television monitors. That's green slime. Now, I don't have to make this slide, and I'm glad I don't make it because we really use a ton of it. Who knows the name of the show we use green slime on the most? Right, you can't see that on television. We'll dump buckets of this stuff on a kid's head if they say those 3 magic words. Right! All right, this is GAC. G-A-A, GAC, GAC. What's it called? Alright, now GAC is the stuff that we use on Double Dare. And what would you do? Our messy game shows here at Nickelodeon.
Come on in, everybody. We need everybody to slide down in this bleacher. Slide all the way to your right. All the way down to the right. If you're not on the end of the bench, slide over. All the way to the end. Slide real close together. Don't worry, that person's not going to spit on you. Slide over, slide over, slide over, slide over, slide over. This bleacher over here, you're going to slide to your left. All the way down to your left, please. All kids to the blue bleacher, adults in the silver bleachers, please. Everybody slide to your left, please, in the back row there. Back row, slide over. And there you go. No space between people. Everybody slide.
This is where we make up and test out new games for Nickelodeon game shows. I'm sorry, I'm just used to seeing kids sitting there, but you guys are more than welcome to act very childlike, so feel free to do that. And you guys are going to help us make up a new game today. You guys want to do that? Yeah! Good. We're going to do that. Before we do, let's meet these people right here in the green shirts. They're helping us out. They are our lab assistants, so put your hands together, make some noise for them, would you? This is Johnny right here. Over here is Sherry Ann on the Game Lab Orchestra. This is Shotzi right there. There's Janet, and this is the voice of Game Lab, Mr. Brett Foster. A round of applause for all of our assistants. Now, we have one very special assistant who's going to help us out with a very dangerous task. A nice round of applause for Brock. Come on out here, Brock. Cool. Come over here. Have a seat right there. Now, I want you to tell everyone where you're from.
Andover, Massachusetts.
All right, how old are you?
9.
Having a good day here at Universal so far?
Yeah.
Good. Now, you're here at Nickelodeon Studios to do a very, very difficult and great task. What can you tell everyone what it is?
Stage 19 is where all the magic happened back in the day here at Nickelodeon Studios. I wonder if there's any remnants left inside. There's a little something for you. Here's a shot on the catwalks above the soundstage. Everything happened below, but up here on the catwalks there's still all kind of electrical gizmos and doohickeys and fun stuff, making you remember what life was like back in the day when Nickelodeon was in full swing. Should probably go back down now. What fascinates me about this is how old school it is. Check out these buttons. If you have any doubt on where I'm at, check out what my finger has to say. Where am I at, finger? Finger, where am I? This is pretty fantastic, the original Nickelodeon font on this sign, years later. Lots of remnants left out here on the soundstage, Nickelodeon colors, locks, and other gizmos, even these headphones. Look at this old pencil sharpener. I mean, look at it. You gotta wonder if Mark Summers used this thing. After I got done checking out the smoking area. No, I don't smoke. I was just checking it out. I came back inside and I noticed these pulled down drawer doors. What's up there, I asked myself. Let's find out. Now we're getting down to the nitty-gritty. The original font, colors, and logos. Nickelodeon. I could tell you what this room was, but I want to know if the hardcore Nickelodeon fans do. If you know what room this was, years ago back in the Nickelodeon days, leave a comment down below.
Make sure you subscribe to Out of the Woo.
What's that in there? A dry erase board? I knew it had to be done. Splat. Wow. Remember those roll-down doors I showed you a minute ago? Well, they're behind that window. Right past those windows is the soundstage. There's still a lot of production equipment left in this room, original stuff. Look how old this stuff is. Fantastic. Look at this guy, look at this guy, look at this guy.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, I really hope you enjoyed our memories and fond memories and explanations of how awesome Nickelodeon Studios and how awesome Nickelodeon was back then. Don't you think, Gibby?
Oh yes, I agree. Strongly agree.
Yeah, and
you kids are really missing out on the stuff nowadays. There's nothing like what we had.
Yeah, Nickelodeon today, in our wise opinion, it stinks.
Yeah.
It's all about teen drama.
Yeah, drama this and stupid that, and it's for like little kids, like little babies. Like there's just no new ideas. It's all old stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Nickelodeon still today showed it all about fun. You know, all the game shows that we had were just not on the channel right nowadays, and I mean, what is up with that?
I don't know.
Well,
You want to show this thing off?
Yeah, sure thing. Okay, finally, and now for a dedication of Nickelodeon Studios' 25th anniversary, me and Gibby have been working on it, and there's been snags.
Yeah, just a few setbacks.
Yeah, a few setbacks, but it's all part of pride and hard work. I mean, it may not be the best, but it's best as we can do. Alright, without further ado, while Gibby operates or shows it use, excuse me, while Gibby does the camera, I'm gonna unveil the project. Alright, you ready, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? In 3, 2, 1. Behold! The Nickelodeon Studios drawing table and the shelf right down there, you see? Take a good look at that. Look at all that. As you can see, it's all based upon the paint schemes of Nickelodeon Studios. As you can see, the squares and the blue part and the Nickelodeon logo. I mean, and that shelf there is based upon the second paint scheme of Nickelodeon Studios before they sadly closed in 2005. Okay, and now to show good 360 around. Yeah, give it a good 360. What do you think, Gibby? Did we do a good job on this?
I think we did a fantastic job.
Yes, we did. Yeah, I believe this table can help me feel to be in a creative environment, you know, doing all the drawings, all the artwork, and all that stuff. I really hope you all enjoy this. Well, since you enjoyed our project, before we do our finale, me and Gibby will explain how you can help raise awareness about Nickelodeon Studios, because it did close in 2005 due to so-called low funds and low employment. But I believe they screwed up on purpose. But here's how you can help re-raise awareness, and by luck, you can help reopen Nickelodeon Studios down in Orlando, Florida, which is now a Blue Man Theater group. So next time if you go down to Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida, and you see this building, that is the old Nickelodeon Studios. And here's how you can help re-raise awareness. We suggest you can share this video via social media websites. You can do by flyers or by
posters, drawings, sending stuff into the artist, writing a letter, or sending an email.
Yeah, and try to call Nickelodeon and Viacom executives. I mean, do whatever best you come up with to help, and by luck, reopen Nickelodeon Studios of Orlando, Florida, so the kids of today. And Nick Studios' 25th anniversary presentation was recorded with live studio audience at Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida. And either we get it open as a museum, at least.
At least, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah. Or get a running studio again.
Get it back up going again.
Yeah.
You don't have to put old shows on, put something good like it was.
And create new game shows, you know, awesome game shows, and make it all fun for kids, you know.
And now it's just boring here, sitting in front of the TV.
Yeah. Okay, so you can do the flyers, posters, drawings, share via websites, any websites you want to share with. Do whatever it takes to help re-raise Nickelodeon Studios, reopen Nickelodeon Studios in Orlando, Florida. And that will be grateful of you, today's kids and 90s kids that are now adults. You know, that would be great. Wouldn't that be great? Mm-hmm. All right, so do whatever you can, all right? So, and make sure you have good Nickelodeon life, right?
I like that Nickelodeon life.
You scared?
No. Are you?
No, I'm ready. Are you?
Oh, I'm ready.
I was born ready.
I was born ready.
I was ready before I was born. Get it?
There you go.
Here.
Yeah. Yep, that worked pretty well.
Happy 25th Nickelodeon Studios, Orlando, Florida. Thanks for watching. Subscribe and check out the shows you like and have fun. Have a fantastic Nickelodeon summer. Thanks. Studios' 25th anniversary presentation was recorded with live studio audience at Nickelodeon Studios at Universal Studios, Orlando, Florida.